Hey, what's up, Facebook friends and family? Happy Thankful Thursday. I am Melissa Osborne, coming from Marathon, New York. Um, Today, I just wanted to read some of Crucial Conversations. And the key of Crucial Conversations is knowing your surroundings, what kind of topics, how do you maneuver back to get more of, so you can get a better grasp on your talking skills. So please say hi. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're watching live, put live. If you're watching replay, put replay. And let me know where you're tuning in from. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. Hey, Donovan. Nice seeing you. Okay. Mutual respect. The continuance condition. Will be able to remain in dialogue. Will we be able to remain in dialogue? Well, it's true that there's no reason to enter a crucial conversation if you don't have mutual purpose. It's equally true that you can't stay in the conversation if you don't maintain mutual respect. Mutual respect is the continuance condition of dialogue, as people perceive that others don't respect them. The conversation immediately becomes unsafe, and dialogue comes to a screeching halt. Why? Because respect is like air. As long as it's present, nobody thinks about it. But if you take it away, it's all the people, or all that people can think about. The instant people perceive disrespect in a conversation, the interaction is no longer about the original purpose. It is now about defending dignity. For example, you're talking with a group of supervisors about a complicated quality problem. You really want to see the problem resolved once and for all. That your job depends on it. Unfortunately, you also think the supervisors are overpaid and unqualified. You firmly believe that not only are they in over their heads, but they do stupid things all the time. Some of them even act unethical. As the supervisors throw out ideals, you roll your eyes. The disrespect you carry in your head and are trying to keep hidden creeps out in one unfortunate eye gesture. It's all over. Without mutual respect, the conversation tanks. The supervisors now take shots at your proposals. You adding insulting adjectives in describing theirs. As attention turns to scoring points, everyone loses. Your mutual purpose suffers for a lack of mutual respect. Telltale signs. To spot when respect is violated and safety takes a turn south, watch for signs that people are defending their dignity. Emotions are the key. When people feel disrespected, they become highly charged. Their emotions turn from fear to anger. Then they resort to pouting, name-calling, yelling, and making threats. As the following question to determine when mutual respect is at risk. Do others believe I respect them? Can you respect people you don't respect? Some people fear they'll never be able to maintain mutual purpose or mutual respect with certain individuals or in certain circumstances. How they wonder, can they share the same purpose with people who come from completely different backgrounds or whose morals or values different from theirs? What do you do? For example, if you're upset because another person has let you down. And if this has repeatedly happened, how can you respect a person who is so poorly motivated and selfish? Yvonne is struggling with the exact point. There are times when she doesn't even like Jonathan. She sees him as whiny and self-centered. How can you speak respectfully when someone like that? Dialogue truly would be doomed if we had to share every objective or respect every element of another person's character before we could talk. If you guys don't understand that, I've been through this. If this were the case, we'd all be mute. However, we can stay in dialogue by finding a way to honor and regard another person's basic humanity. In essence, feelings of disrespect often come when we dwell on how others are different from ourselves. We can counteract these feelings by looking for ways we similar without excusing others' behavior We try to sympathize, even empathize with them. A rather clever person once hinted, how do this in the form of a prayer, Lord, help me, forgive those who sin differently than I. When we recognize that we all have weaknesses, it's easier to find a way to respect others. When we do this, we feel a kinship or mutuality between ourselves and even the thorniest of people. This sense of kinship and connection to others help create mutual respect and eventually enables us to stay in dialogue with virtual anyone. Consider the following example. A manufacturing company had been out on strike for over 6 months. Finally, the union agreed to return to work, but the represented employees had to sign a contract that is actually worse than what they were originally demanding. On the first day back, it was clear that although people will work, they won't do so with a smile and a spring in their step. Everyone was furious. How were people ever going to move ahead? Concerned that although the strike was over, the battle wasn't. A manager asked one of the authors to lend a hand, so he met with the two groups of leaders, both managers and union heads, and asked them to do one thing. Each group was to go into a separate room and write out its goals for the company on flip chart size paper. For 2 hours, each group feverishly laid out what it wanted in the future and then taped the list to the wall. When they finished their assignment, the groups then swapped places with the goal of finding anything, maybe just a morsel, but anything they might have in common. After a few minutes, the two groups returned to the training room. They were positively stunned. It was as if they had written the exact same list. They didn't merely share the shadow of an ideal or two. Their aspirations were nearly identical. All wanted a profitable company, stable and rewarding jobs, highly quality products, and a positive impact on the community. Given a chance to speak freely and without fear of attack, each group laid out simply what it wanted, but what virtually every person wanted. This experience caused members from each group to seriously question how they had were embarrassing moral they played them because of a fundamental blight on their character. They restored mutual respect and dialogue, replaced silence and violence from the first time in decades. And then it gives you what to do once you step out. I would read more, but I don't want to keep you. Hi, Jolie. And I do respect your guys' time and your energy for just tuning in. If you guys would like me to read more of this, please let me know. Because it is actually good to work on our people skills every day. It's a key in everyday life because what we say and how we say it too matters, because the object is to help people. When they talk to you, they want to feel safe. And if they don't feel safe, they get defensive. And I know this from personal experiences, that when I feel pushed in a corner, I lash out. But when I can recognize and understand why I'm feeling that way, it's not against me. It's just I might be taking it wrong. I can take criticism. I mean, everybody can take criticism, I hope. Well, some can't. It's hard. I mean, when you're working on something and you want to do your best, and sometimes you're just off track, or you don't understand what they're asking of you, or what the problem or the situation. And when you're asking yourself, what do you really want? How does this make you feel? How do I make you feel? And different ways of expressing ourselves without hurting another person and hurting ourselves. And somebody I met said that they joke about themselves. They talk really kind of lowly, which I do it too. And I joke and I laugh because I'm like, but it's not healthy for me in the long run. It actually does more damage, because but I do have confidence. Even though I might have a low self-esteem, I have confidence to get out and show myself. So I'm just letting you guys all know, you might, this is what this, a journey of learning and becoming who you want to become, and get rid of the old beliefs, which it's not going to be easy, especially the older you get, the harder it is. So I advise all you young children and teenagers and everybody, it is a struggle, but it is possible. It can be painful at first, because awareness of what's in the core of getting out those pains to overcome them. And not only that, crucial conversations too, it really helps. So then you can identify more of what you want and how you want to move forward. So I hope this I hope this benefits somebody out there. I love y'all. God bless you. Namaste. Amen. Have a good evening, good night, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in. Know that you're amazing. You're awesome. Awesome. And I'm doing the Osborne way, not I read, yes, but it just helps with my vocabulary too. But I'm gonna still be my sissy poo self, and just like you be you, because your true colors are what is beautiful. So I love y'all. Have a good one. Mwah. Toodaloo.